Alright. Let's get out of here.
Oh dear.
Alright.
Oh dear.
Let's switch to the Japanese version after here. Just
Alright.
switch right now. Because there's 2 extra games, and I gotta get a cheat code for this one, because I can never remember the cheat code for this one. But there are 2 extra games. One of them is QDQ, which is just a regular game you can select. And the other one is Bombi, which you have to use a cheat code to unlock.
I didn't pull up the cheat code, I wrote it down somewhere.
Well, I can just find it myself. Yeah, I found it. It's circle 7 times, square 6 times, and X 5 times. Apparently, according to GameFAQs.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do Bombi first.
GameFAQs a whole lot.
Well, we're just gonna roll with it.
I mean, Wikipedia is considered a reliable source, I guess.
Wikipedia. It'd be a little bit wiki problematic.
I like editing there a lot. They have nominated like 3 different articles for like good article status, which are Xebius, Winning Run, and GB.
Yeah. Oh hey, this is the game. This is the funny Japanese game that you can't read the language for. At least I can't. Aha, what does that say?
Cutty.
It's
Says Cuddy.
QDQ. It's It's Q-Tyke. Q-Tyke. So this room is kind of a lame room, honestly. It's kind of ugly, honestly. There's like a moon.
I thought it was kind of weird. Because, like, I don't know.
That looks like it's actually made out of Swiss cheese, that moon. I would eat that, honestly.
Swiss cheese moon, baby.
Oh, hey, look, it's that's not cute. You get the fuck out of here, Mafia. That's not your game.
Ouch.
Alright. Well, we have these little fellas. They're pretty cool. I like them. You have like a little purple ghost flying around. I guess it could be a prototype for Sue, possibly.
Those are called Minimon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's do that cheat code, baby.
Did you know that Kitty Q is named after a song called Susie Q?
It's also a delicious treat.
Yeah. Because apparently, I guess Toru Iwatani was a fan of the band, which was, if I can even remember it, Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Oh, hey, I got the cheat code to work, I think.
But I guess he's a fan of that band, so he named the game after it.
Oh, hey. What the
Bombi is
fuck?
also named after that exploding pop bumper.
Oh, yeah.
Top of the screen. This is just from reading Japanese Wikipedia pages for a few hours.
So this game to me definitely has a 70s vibe too. This is Bombi, by the way, which did come out in the 70s, and it has a lot of.
It oozes like 80s. It was one of Namco's very first arcade games too.
It was their second arcade game, I believe.
Yeah, then Galaxian came out, and then QDQ and Pac-Man and all these other things.
And then other games that should not be mentioned that I don't think they even made, but they just licensed.
Yeah, because Namco had the license to publish Atari games in Japan. Like, they published Breakout and Gotcha and Pong and all that.
Yeah.
They even published stuff like Marble Madness over there.
Yeah, I know that. But I'm just saying, like, in the late, like, in 79 and 80, they had the licenses to some games that they probably didn't make, I don't think. And you can really tell because they're not very good games.
Are you talking about the monochrome games they made, like Navarone?
Well, that one's actually good. I like that game, but I'm pretty sure they actually made that one. I'm talking about...
Yeah, Navarone's an original work by Namco. SOS was by Universal. I think, or was it the fishing one?
I'm pretty sure both of them were made by other companies.
Yeah, I know those weren't by Namco. Well, the fishing game, which is called Kaitai Takara Sagashi,
That was a prototype, and then they sold it as their own game.
that was by a company called KK Tokai, which I can find literally no information on other than that page for it on Wikipedia.
They were probably literally made in like someone's basement, probably.
Yeah, and it was sold to Namco, and it was made as their own game. SOS was by Universal, not Universal Studios, obviously. It's the company that made Mr. Do and
Wait, they actually made SOS?
Yeah.
Where do you find this information?
Actually, Ringo Starr told me about that.
Wow, I always thought Shoei made it, or is Shoei also Universal, or is that a different company?
Yeah, that's what I think. The Shoei version of SOS is actually a bootleg.
A bootleg.
Because Shoei, because I've seen like a lot of the flyers for their games, and like all of them are like bootlegs or rip-offs of other games, like Pac-Man.
Yeah, I think they did a bootleg of the fishing game too, I believe. I think it was
I
like
mean, they'll bootleg anything. Honestly.
I think it was called Sea Hunt, I believe their version was.
Sea Hunter, yeah.
And then they had SOS Game.
Yeah.
By the way,
Ringo started telling me about like all this stuff. I was like, Jesus.
He's a fucking legend.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah.
But you know what's not legendary? The game SOS.
It's a terrible game.
It's only legendary for the fact that it's so fucking bad. Like it really is. You can tell that that Namco didn't make it because they knew by then that it was a piece of garbage.
Still published it though.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
it's kind of their fault.
They had to get some money, I suppose. I mean, I don't even know how much money it made. But
it's like LJN. Like LJN didn't make any of the games they published, but they still published.
They're still semi-responsible.
They technically made it.
But I mean, Namco. I love Namco so much. So much
though. Favorite game company. But I think that's pretty obvious.
Like it's hard to imagine Namco fucking up that bad, but like still, it's like why would they publish that? I guess
they fucked up on quite a few things.
I know.
Like that patent for like the mini games.
That was a fuck up, yeah.
The loading screen mini games. They didn't even do that. That's real shitty of them.
The loading screen games date all the way back to like the fucking Commodore days, like in Veda Load.
Whoa.
I guess I should show the game right now, actually. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, you should probably do that.
So this is Bambi, which...
Bambi.
How do I start the game? Start the game, please. Here we go. So it's a breakout game with bumpers and a flipper, and it has a lot of inspiration from pinball. The table kind of looks like a frog, almost. Like, the eyes and like the... I just noticed it now, it kind of looks like a frog.
Well, I know GP at least, he was created... Well, Iwatani, when he joined Namco, he wanted to make pinball machines.
Yeah, he wanted to make
pinball machines. But Namco was like, no,
like,
we make like electromechanical games. We don't do pinball. We want to go to Sega for that. So I guess because Iwatani just decided to make a video game with, like pinball elements.
Yeah.
As well.
But also like.
And this is that time he made the video game because Namco like bought a bunch of like microcomputers from the NEC Corporation, and they were like just researching them.
They wanted. They were big and they were gonna do video games because they're getting popular at that time.
And Namco's already into video games because they published like, for instance, Breakout in Japan because they bought Atari's Japanese division. It was doing really well for Namco.
Oh, did I do a two-player game on accident? I might have. Oh well. That's fine.
It's funny that Namco just started as like a guy who maintained like a few of those like kiddie ride like things in like department stores to like one of the biggest game companies of our time. Like they're literally the third largest Bandai Namco, obviously.
I'm doing really bad at this game, by the way.
Because like the original or Bandai Namco, they're like the third largest Japanese video game company. Too.
God damn, what am I doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah,
I mean, I suck at Bombay. I suck at all the GB games, so I guess I shouldn't be.
I used to do pretty good at them, but I think it's just the fact of this controller, like, not the controller, but like the actual, just the fact that I'm playing it on here, it's like, it feels much more delayed here.
You need to have really good controls for like those Breakout or Arkham mode games, or they just play terribly. They don't work well.
I mean, I can play it well with like if you use an analog stick, that might help actually if I use an analog stick. Possibly. But this game is very much, you know, Breakout-esque. It's not a bad game, of course. It's pretty fun, honestly.
Yeah, it's not... I wouldn't call it a bad game, but there's just not a whole lot to say about it.
No, with stuff like GB and Bombay, just like, they're very sort of similar. It's like, yeah, it's like whatever.
I mean, it's interesting for, like, the historical value, but that's about it.
Yeah, for historical value.
I do have the Japanese version of Namco Museum Volume 2, as well as the paddle controller, but I can't play them because the PS2 is region locked, so I'm just kind of stuck with it. But I did order this thing that Ptolemy on Discord showed me, which is like, it's free MC boot, I believe. It's actually just a memory card you can, like, do all sorts of shit with. Like, breaking their region lock. I think with that I can play Japanese PS2 games as well, which will be cool.
Alright, there we go. Good God.
This has nothing to do with any of the games on here, but did you know that Namco made a Micro Machines game?
Micro
on the PS1? Game? Yeah, they made a Micro Machines game. I don't think it's... It could be the one that was on the PS1. They simply published it, but I don't know. It looks to be entirely different.
This will not start for whatever reason. Oh, here we go. I got it working.
Yeah.
See, the Micro Machines that I'm familiar with is the NES version. That one I know is definitely not a Namco game.
Micro Machines seriously could have been a licensed game. It really could have been. It's that good.
I mean, yeah, it is really good. Micro Machines is the reason why it's considered a classic for most people.
I fucking love those Micro Machines toys, though. Like, I play with this all the time as a kid.
I've never got to have them, unfortunately. I think they were past my time.
That was a real shame.
I had a lot of, like, toy cars, though.
Yeah, that's how I was playing with them. You also had, like, a lot of those old Kenner Star Wars figures as well.
I had a lot of...
Including the really rare, supposedly, blue Snaggletooth figure. But I lost it.
I had a lot of Matchbox cars I had hanging up on on my door, like a display case. I never played with them too much, but I had them for a long time.
I love Matchbox and Hot Wheels too.
Yeah, well, yeah, Hot Wheels and Matchbox or whatever. I had a lot of like those kind of cars.
I still have a lot of my old Matchbox and Hot Wheels cars in like a box somewhere in the garage.
I think what happened to mine was that I accidentally threw up all over them. Like, no joke, like, I just got really sick. I'm like, okay, we're gonna get rid of these now.
You threw up on your Matchbox cars?
I think so, because they were on my wall. Not on my wall, but I had them, like, in a case on my door. Just hanging there. I never really put them too much, I just had them there. And one time I just got really sick, and it's like, okay, well, what are we gonna do now? Like, I still have some of them, but it's like... I know it's a weird story, but I think that's actually what happened.
It's really funny, actually, because it's just so random.
I know, like, I'm pretty sure it's actually what happened. I just got really sick one day.
They were on... Were they on a shelf?
No, it was like a case. It was like a bag almost, with like little plastic sleeves for each of the cars.
So, there wasn't a garbage can nearby?
No, I don't have a garbage can in my room.
Really?
No.
So you just threw up all over your.
I just projectile vomited somewhere.
I'm never gonna forget that. It's funny.
What a perfect thing to talk about while playing QDQ.
What are we talking about? No, I think some people are just gonna be like skipping through the video, and they're just gonna like hear throwing up on Matchbox cards.
It's like, what the fuck is this idiot talking about?
I didn't come here for this shit. Anyways, QDQ.
Yeah, anyways, QDQ. Fun
Yeah.
game. Really fun game, actually. I love QDQ a lot.
One of the better breakout clones from the
Yes.
late 1970s.
And thankfully it got a US release thanks to Megamix and Remix on the Wii.
Yeah. Seriously, the only reason I even bought Remix was just because it had QDQ on it.
Yeah.
And Pack and Pal, which never got a release here.
Well, I mean, it was on plug and plays,
plug and play systems.
But that's it though. Pack and Pal's weird though. I'm not really a big fan of Pack and Pal, but
I don't like that one. I'm glad it stayed in Japan. America could never needed that one. Although there were plans to do it. Midway was gonna release that game over here as Pac-Man Chomp Chomp, and Bill, which is like the PAL, was gonna be, of course, Pac-Man's dog from the cartoon series.
Yeah, from the cartoon. I think it was test marketed, I believe, but I don't know if it was like I don't think it ever got actually released.
Yeah, there's a picture of a Midway Pac-Man Chomp Chomp in like an issue of Namco NG.
Oh, really?
But, yeah.
You should send that to me. I'd never seen that before. I've seen like the fan-made cabinet, but not like an actual real one.
Yeah, Ringo Starr found out about that because
holy shit.
He bought those Namco History like PC collections, and they had like digital scans of like NG in there.
That's cool.
That was one.
I did not know about that.
He doesn't
actually
have them anymore though.
Oh. Does he have a picture?
I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what happened.
I want to see that someday, though, that cabinet. It sounds really cool.
Yeah.
You should find that sometime.
Someone did make a really cool, like, custom cabinet for that.
That's the one I've seen. There was a custom one, I think, for both Pac and Pal and Chomp Chomp. I've seen both of those.
Yeah, they're pretty well done. Like, seriously.
Yeah, they're both well done. Like, I thought they were real, honestly, for a while.
It looks like something that could have been real.
Yeah.
Let me try to find that message.
I'm gonna go ahead and put this game on just right now. So I guess just to wrap things up, what are your final thoughts on Volume 2?
It's not my favorite collection. I mean, it has some nice games like Xevious and Mappy, but I don't know. They didn't do that well because like Mappy and Xevious and Grove, they aren't really considered classics. Not up there with like, you know, Pac-Man or Galaga like the first one had.
Yeah, the closest game under that could be a classic would probably be Xevious, but even then it's not the most famous game in the world.
Xevious was really popular in Japan.
Well, yeah,
so
Japan.
That was probably a reason why it sold pretty well in Japan.
Yeah.
For a while. Like, they love Xevious. But, yeah, I mean, I'll probably look out for that one, because just for, like, collector's purposes, I'd like to have, like, the full set.
And for Super Pac-Man.
I guess if I had to rate the games on there from favorite to least favorite, it'd be Xevious, Mappy, Grovda, Super Pac-Man, and Gap Plus and Dragon Buster.
Yeah, I think if I were to rank them, I don't know how I'd rank them entirely, but I think my favorite would probably be either. I think Gapless and Super Pac-Man would be tied. I think, or like they would be close together.
Yeah, like in my ranking, I mean, I like all those games. I'm not saying those games are bad.
Yeah, but just to rank them, it'd be kind of just it's hard to think of some games because all of them are really good.
There's this review I saw of Namco Museum Volume 2 that was the stupidest shit imaginable.
Was it like, these games, I don't know these games, bad review. It was like that shit. It was like, these games are too old.
Yeah, it was next generation. They were dissing my boy Mappy. They said Mappy was like one of the worst games included.
Bruh.
That's a bro moment.
That is a bruh moment.
Mappy's great.
I love Mappy. My sister hates it, though, for some reason. She always calls it crappy, and she thinks it's really funny. But it's like, I will actually destroy you.
I like Mappy.
I like Mappy.
That's a series that Namco, even as like a mobile game, like Mappy could work as a mobile title for
like Touch the Mappy.
Oh yeah, like those catalog IP project games.
Like Molest the Mappy.
Touch the Mappy.
Fondle the Mappy.
Weird. There's something like, I don't know about the title. This is weird.
Choke the Mappy.
That's all I really have to say about this collection. Overall, the overall presentation is like, it's mostly the same. I mean, it's literally the same layout.
Yeah.
So it's not like Volume 3 or 5 where it has like this really extravagant like layout.
Yeah. I think what I like about Volume 2 though is that it has a sunset. That's kind of neat.
I like the bonus content it has, like the NG magazine scans and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I only own like one issue of NG, which is the one on that sequel to Golly Ghost.
I don't have any issues, but I probably should get some sometime.
A lot of the later issues are not that hard to come by. In fact, I think eBay even has a few for sale.
Huh. Well,
they're not the earlier ones though. They're like mid-90s or like early 90s.
Well, I guess I should probably list my picks.
Yeah.
This volume is probably one of my lesser favorite ones. Would you stop it? It's one of my lesser favorites just because there are a couple weak games, like Dragon Buster and Growl, that aren't only my favorites. But the other games, including QDQ and Bombi, like they're pretty good games. A lot of them, like they're not bad games. So I think if I were to rank them, I would go probably Gapless, Super Pac-Man, Mappy, I might switch around Xevious and Mappy, I don't know. But yeah, whatever. Xevious, Mappy, QDQ, Bombi, Grobda, Dragon Buster. That's my ranking.
Okay. I didn't include the Japanese ones.
I just include them just for completion's sake.
I guess I could probably just like redo it then. I'll just put Xevious, Mappy, QDQ, Super Pac-Man, Gaplus, Grobda, Dragon Buster, and Bombi. Poor Bombi. Oh well. It's my opinion. I'm gonna stick with it.
Well, I think we're done. I'm gonna see if I can actually stop this recording here if it'll let me. OPS, don't be a dumbass.